Sup. My name is Ray for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Welcome to Coffee Time. And God, it feels good to actually have coffee time out on time, right? So anyway, today I am basically talking about the current format, and I'd like to ask you guys what you think of it, why I give you my thoughts on it, and everything like that. Tomorrow I have a special video coming out, in all seriousness, but for today I just feel like you're going to take a step back and just relax a little bit and talk about the new format. What I think about it, where it's going, and everything that will be happening this week, and the shift that's probably going to take place. I'll probably start with the shift in a moment, but I like to talk about the banned cards that came back, mostly Ring of Destruction card, Crush card virus, which we'll get to in a moment. But Ring of Destruction has pretty much been staple shit. Staple City, bitch. Staple City, bitch. That's a WrestleMania reference for those of you who watch wrestling. But anyway, Ring of Destruction has just been so good. In all honesty, I looked at this card and was like, no one's really going to play it because of the burn damage, and it's too situational. Nope, proves me wrong. Still good, still great, still amazing. I actually have no beef with it. My monster gets blown up, okay, cool, because you're taking burn damage too. So it's perfectly fine by me. I haven't really had an issue with it. I think it's great to get out of Necroz's Gin Lock, so that way you can just blow up their monster, not have to worry about it. On top of that, it takes threats off the board. It allows lower tier decks that basically don't have access to powerful boss monsters to kind of just have another out to those kind of monsters because they lost Vanity easily if they played it and whatnot. So what I'm going to jump ships on real quick is the mid-format change, or kind of just right after the format change, which is the Star Seraphs. I think they're going to have one of the biggest impacts on this game that we have yet to see. And I don't think the price is going to like go skyrocketing. I think it's going to make everything that the deck will basically everything that will be utilizing it in their decks will jump up in price. We're starting to see that on the stock market alert. So I think that's proof enough already. But I think quite a few decks are going to get a giant boost out of this. And World Superstars has pretty much all the tier 2 decks just jumping up a little bit. Galaxies are getting all their Galaxy stuff. And it's cool. It's finally good to see. The fact that there's no Nodin makes me even happier, so we can keep Instant Fusion where the fuck it is at 3 right now. I know some people are like, fuck you, I want Nodin. No. I kind of don't want to deal with it kind of thing, you know what I mean? If it's one Nodin that does not come back, I'm perfectly fine with it. One time kind of monster reborn, fine with it. Never really had an issue with it. But the multiple spams, yeah, no. Especially with Star Seraphs. So one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. We only have vanities at once, so kind of sucks. So that's also another thing, which we're going to get to later in this video, but god damn, the World Superstars. Pretty lackluster for anything meta-wise outside of Star Seraph, so if you're looking for anything meta-wise, that's your answer right there, Star Seraphs. Anything else is pretty much tier 2 and below, so if you're not playing one of those decks, there's great options there, which we'll be talking about later this week on the top 10 budget decks of the format. Hence, I've been kind of putting it off just a little bit to get it done right. So, it's coming. Don't worry. Let's talk about Necroz. They lost 3 cards, and they're still tier 1. And those 3 cards should have tacked it out. That's what Konami thought, right? Prepper Right searched out, the one that searches out the monster. I can't remember. It's too early in the morning for me. I want to say Brio. I think Brio's the one that searches out the monsters, and he's down at what, 2? So Prep at 1 and that at 2 did not even harm the deck. It just allows the deck to splash more crap in that it couldn't before. Smashing Ground, Raigeki, shit like that. If not, then Denko Sekka's, so you could just play more fuck your backward kind of thing. Or Solemn Scalding. That's another great thing right there, which is rising up in price right now because of Necroz. Thank you, Necroz. Another one that I called personally, I still think we haven't seen the full power yet because of the Star Seraph engine, is Shaddolls. And besides just Shaddolls, we have Murillo running around, the Traptrix Murillo. We have the freaking Star Seraph engine that's going to be running around. Max C's popular again, all because of these 2 decks. That's how I feel about it. And Danko Sekka, which I talked there's a video coming out tomorrow where I go in depth about the whole thing and what people think about it and my standpoint on it and shit. But Danko Sekka just gives some people headaches, so I'm gonna just avoid that for right now. And then we have like stuff like for the lower tiers, we have Lone Fire Blossom back at 3. I think that was a great move by Konami. It's fun as hell to have this set back at 3. I personally haven't played a deck outside of a Romage or probably Plant Synchro once I build it. I'm going to give it a go, but I think it's too focused on a normal summon. Sylvans! What the hell am I saying? Sylvans! That's a deck that should be utilizing the crap out of this, right? So far, the format has been pretty damn good for me. I've been enjoying it. I really haven't had any issues. Got my Mascura Anki, got my Black Wings. A lot of tier 2 decks are getting a lot of support. Not a lot of tier 1, which kind of sucks, but that's because, like, right after Avengers, yes, I just said that because it's relevant to the Council Network, we get the next booster set that's actually going to give us a few more little tools, I guess. I don't know if World Super... like, outside of Star Seraph, I don't think World Superstar is really going to have anything matter impacting. Crush has been pretty damn strong, but I really haven't ran into Crush card. I've been kind of lucky to not run into Crush card. Mind Crush is a big one right now. I forgot to put the thing for it, but Mind Crush being at 3 and so damn popular right now, poking at your opponent's hand because everyone's searching. So good, no issue with it. I get Mind Crush like once every 18 games, which seems to be a thing now when I'm on Dead Pro, and that's usually because I'm not playing Chaos Dragons or whatnot. I haven't been Mind Crush in Sapphire Blue Eyes. That would suck so hard. Unless Sapphire was out, which would be great. Mind Crush me, bro. Don't care. Get plus. So, I actually did have that once. I had that happen, and the guy rage quit on me. It was hilarious. But I haven't really had a lot of time to play this new format outside of some Dev Pro stuff for you guys and just like one game with Mikey because my hectic schedule, and it's only been 13 days, so there's been plenty of time to like just start understanding it and not completely diving down into it. GBs. I just want to really jump on GBs real quick. Bestiary at 3 makes the deck playable again. So happy. Vanity's being at 1. I won't lie. Vanity's being at 1 made me super duper happy because it's like now I have a reason to play my Fossil Dinos again. And for those of you who don't play Fossil Dino, trust me, he's fucking good. He is fucking good because if they book Moon his ass and they just like special summon, as long as he's not destroyed, which is plenty of ways to deal with that, then he gets flipped back up. Bye your whole freaking monster, bro. It's so funny. But I was honestly thinking the banned cards would probably do more out here, and the only two that have done anything is Crusher and Virus and Ring of Destruction. Ritual Beast Tamers haven't really seen them, which is kind of sad because it's like all you lost was Tempest. The deck is still great. You can still do 20 other things. Why is everyone freaking out over Tempest loss? And I understand, hey, you know, it banishes out 2 straight for you, and then it sets up plays. Trust me, I get it. I really do. But I think the deck is still super playable. Yosenju are pretty good right now, but they're not gonna. They until they lose a turn on May 15th. I think it's May 15th. The next set comes out, then they're really not going to be able to push as much as they should be able to. So I think right now we're going to see Necroz and Shadol's like mostly taking over everything for a little while. Burning Abyss will probably be somewhere in there. I haven't really seen too many Burning Abyss, but then again, it's only been 13 days into the game, you know, with the new list, so it's kind of hard to say that. I mean, I've just been seeing a lot of red eyes on Dev Pro, which was cool to see. Unfortunately, for those of you who are wondering, we will not get that during this format, which kind of sucks. It's gonna probably be after Nats, so that's gonna be like. We don't get the pack till August, and Nationals should be around July, because I think around August, yeah, it has to be around August, because the end of summer is Worlds, so it has to be around like June, July. It should be July, like mid-July is Nationals, and a month later is Worlds. Go anything Japan. I'm rooting for Japan again. I'm sorry. Some of you were like, root America, you dumbass. Well, see, I would, but we never won, so I don't even think this is going to be the year that we win. I mean, there's amazing talent in this game right now to play at Worlds, and Firefish should pretty much have everything for Worlds. So that would probably be a good choice for Worlds. It's relevant to this discussion because it's still part of the format, god damn it. Firefish having everything back, I really haven't had too much of an issue because I'm still citing Portal Decree and my Chaos Dragon, Fairy Wind, and Trap Sun shit everywhere else. So, I don't know. Maybe I just been lucky enough not to, you know, have some problems like other people do with Firefist. But it's cool to see the engine back. I was actually predicting that Konami would have brought back Rekindling because of the reprint in Gold Series. It really didn't make sense. Maybe they were planning that. They, you know, printed it and they go, oh shit, this is too broke. Let's change this. Whatever. Chaos Emperor Dragon, hoping it was coming back, didn't. Kind of disappointed. Not gonna comment about Heavy Storm, Harvey's Feather Test because I really haven't had an issue with back row recently. I really haven't. Everything's been picking up pace pretty well. Shaddolls is my most hated matchup for pretty much anything because it's just the plus system that the deck carries, and they were unhit. Cleave Forts I don't really have an issue with. They're still powerful. Don't let the hits fool you. They still are powerful. They just need something, a little creativity there to really get the deck rolling again. And that's why I haven't posted out the deck profile. It's just like not where I want it at kind of thing. It sucks. I mean, they're still a great deck. Burning Abyss, really, that one was a good hit. Torgai, in all honesty, I thought it wasn't a great hit. But basically, basic outs that the deck would normally have because of Torgai, it no longer carries, which makes me happy. Not even gonna lie. But they are getting a fusion, so God knows what the hell that fusion's gonna look like. Or if it's gonna come with a freaking themed ritual card, themed fusion card, which would make it broke as fuck. Hypothetically, it would. So there's a lot still to look forward to the upcoming format. If you're playing the lower tier decks, you're gonna have tons of fun. Casual level, Heraldics, Chromaly, Shaddolls with freaking Star Seraphs, everything with Star Seraphs. Anything I could splash Star Seraphs with Star Seraphs. Those 3-4 cards are so fucking ridiculously good. It's not even funny. I think there's a Star Seraph deck on its own without like splash things in, which is kind of funny. But I totally forgot about it because everything is like, hey, look, I splashed Star Seraphs. I'm actually tempted to try out. I don't even think it would work, but it's early in the morning for me. My mind's elsewhere, so if I fuck this up, forgive me. I kind of want to say Star Seraph gadgets, but I'm not even sure in theory if that would work. I have to look up shit, so kind of one of those things. Mirror Force is popular, but I feel that's also part of the reason why Shaddolls are allowed to kind of creep up right now. I feel Deep Prison may be starting to get a little bit better as time goes in against Shaddolls, but if you're having issues with Shaddolls, just Shadow and Prison Mirror shuts down the deck pretty much. Just like Shadow and Prison Mirror. They don't get effects. Mirror Force for days. Winda normally can't be destroyed, but because Shadow Mirror's up, she ain't doing shit. Match up with like Kaiku or whatever. Just take out the Shadow fusions, so that way they can't utilize it later in case they break your Shadow Mirror there. But the deck should be siding probably Fairwind just for that reason alone, with MSTs if they're not main decking it. So. Just in theory. Ring of Destruction, no. My favorite trap card right now. In all seriousness, it really fucking is. It really is. I don't know about you guys, but Ring of Destruction for me has just been so clutch. Every deck that I played in, so clutch. Even a Row Mage, so clutch. Venus Chain over Breakthrough Skill. Breakthrough Skill is still pretty good. Only reason is Heroes are still popular as like a regional kind of style deck. They're not up to the Shaddol, Necroz, Danko, Seka, Star Seraph level kind of, you understand what I mean. Dark Law is still a thing, so if your deck can use it, Mass Change a second, it's still fun as hell. But I think that's everything I wanted to say in this one video, kind of rambling sometimes, sorry. But I just wanted to get that all out there. That's pretty much all my thoughts on it. I kind of wish Stratos would come back just to fuck with people, even though I think if Stratos did come back, that would be the one thing that would push Heroes. Pardon me. That would be the one thing I would push Heroes to tier 1. I just wanted to say it. I really don't care if he comes back or not. Shadow Mist is still 10 times better. But I think if they had another Mass Change that wasn't Mass Change a second, that was more like Mass Change and basically did the same thing but could only be played once per turn or something, then the deck would be able to do a little bit more. But I think that's part of the reason is that top deck situation is still an issue. So I don't know. The deck still got a lot of potential. Lightsworn, rip, because Lightsworn Dragon Ruler, rip. Galaxy Dark Ruler, rip. Basically anything that ran Dragon Rulers, rip. So sad to see, rip. Rest Dragon Rulers, rip. I'm actually happy that Dragon Rulers are gone because it just allows like 30 other cards to come back, and I'd rather have those 30 cards and have those Dragon Rulers. I'm sorry. I know some of you feel otherwise, and I respect it, but That's just my thoughts on it, man. I didn't like the Dragon Rulers. I didn't when I first saw them and I saw the +2 system out of them, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be tier 1 or it's gonna be busted, or it's gonna break about 30 decks. I wasn't sure which one, but it was gonna do it one way or another. The big eye plays, the Drago Sacks, all that stuff is just ridiculous. That I was able to spam it out for like no costs. It was just dumb. I'm sorry. It was really, really dumb. I'm also one thing I didn't mention. I'm also very happy Snatch Steal's gone. Not because I've been Snatch Steal too many times to count back in the day. And I say back in the day because I'm talking about the previous format where Snatch Steal was first legal and not where it just came back. It's pretty much the one card I thought Konami would be bright enough not to bring back. Apparently they were not bright enough to leave it on the ban list. Okay, fine. It was cool. I'm glad it's banned. Glad my monsters don't have to be fucking Snatch Stealed no more and Synchroed or Exceed with or Fusioned once. Did happen once. Like, how you... Oh my god, the sackiest play of last format was Snatch Steal, my freaking Shadow Miss, because I call the Haunted just to keep my life points alive. It stops the battle phase. Snatch Steals my shit because I got Mass Change. And then drops a Mass Change. And I was like, are you serious? And he goes, yeah, Dark Law. I was like, motherfucker. So happy I had a Mirror Force, though. So happy. But going any further than that, I don't think Dragons of Legends 2... Oh, wait, we do have Dragons of Legends 2 dropping. That's right. I think that it may have something in there that will probably break the game like Soul Charge did. But I'm going to talk about that at a much later time. So... You know what? If you want that video, you know what you gotta do. You gotta subscribe. And in all seriousness, rate, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys later. I'm out of here. Peace. This video can actually come out on time.